Yeah, so wow. One of the ones that got away. Look at all that great stuff. Oh man, that looks like a Mexican Major Matt Mason ripoff figure. A couple of Remco astronauts behind the yellow dude. There's an Archer slot hander in gold. Looks like he's in great shape. I was very interested by this spaceman there with the circle. It looks like a Project Gemini thing. So many figures there that I don't recognize. That blue flying saucer. Yeah, I was waiting on a few days to bid on it before I did, and as it is, it disappeared. The white elephant in the room, of course, being this magnificent Gumball machine backing card. Buck Rogers Space Toppers, and it's even like trademarked for the Buck Rogers program. But of course, the interest is that there's LP Toys Bling on there. Most notably, what looks like a standard sort of 56mm spaceman there, and then two of their flying saucer forms on black wheels. I don't know what those things are. The rings, I don't know about that. There's a jiggler, which is sort of funny colored, but that's also, it looks like an LP Toys spaceman. Just ask Paul Reed if LP actually made those. I don't know. The rest of it's all pretty generic stuff. But after looking at it for a few minutes, I'm like, would a LP Toys astronaut fit in a Gumball machine globe? 25 cents from 1979. And I just happen to have a Gumball machine globe lying around, and it should almost sort of go without saying, let's try this method, that the LP Toys flying saucer pops right in there. So in addition to cake decoration sets, this is another way that these particular LP forms were being marketed and distributed. And with the Buck Rogers trademark on it, that suggests to me that the stuff was being manufactured probably right up until about 1980. Beyond that, who knows? Which is longer than I thought. And of the I just closed it up. And of course, the big question is, will a LP Toys 54mm spaceman fit into a Gumball globe? That was what I really wanted to know, and I got a couple of my figures out. Here's one of the white generic ones. This one's got a broken arm, so I don't mind sort of demonstrating with him in there that no, it won't. Not in this white casting of sort of a polyurethane. This is sort of a chalkier plastic. And sadly, when I was preparing to do the video, I was trying to figure out which of the two that I had. The ones back here are cast in a vinyl that's very flexible. And sadly, I tried to do that same bend with this one, and his bottom snapped off at his ankles. Used a little bit of the good old Loctite gel control super glue, and it seems to have adhered just fine again, but I don't want to mess with him. But no, as cast as a stiff, soft plastic, you put that in there, he's gonna split in half. And then I remembered that I had these that are cast in vinyl, and sure enough, well, this is the one that I felt like subjecting it to. He was already sort of curled up, and he fits in there just fine. So that explains how they could get an LP Toys spaceman into a Gumball machine for vending, and it also explains why LP, as you can see there, it's logo branded. This is LP product. They made that. And I always wondered, why the heck would they make these vinyl things? Because it got kind of shrinkled up and won't, he's kind of doing the Watusi there. And that's why, because he started off his life as a consumer product, probably inside of a Gumball machine. I won't even put the chrome dude in there. He's even a hair taller than the other ones, and he's definitely, I think, a hard plastic. You can hear the clink there. Where's the other one? As opposed to the thud of a dense, chalky soft plastic, and the clink of a hard plastic with a chromed layer on it. I've also got a couple of the jiggler spacemen. I don't know about the yellow guy with the flag, but this one's based enough, or has a resemblance that's close enough to the LP Toys pose in that I'm pretty sure it's LP product. And I wondered, you know, how did they vend those things? So there it is. And he'll spray out just fine because he's rubber. So it's the thing to keep in mind as to the possible source of these things. And these plain vinyl guys, they may very well have been made specifically by LP with bulk vending in mind. I'm fascinated by bulk vending. I love it. But don't try to put your chalky, white, stiff LP Toys guys into any sort of position that they're going to bend their limbs, because they may have gone brittle. Just like the Cherelia Swap It figures. It almost looks like the same plastic, at least to my eye. It's here for Loctite. Alright, catch you later.